Hi guys, welcome back into the iDrum YouTube channel. My name is Dave Major and I'm here with another question that's come in from Callum in Guildford. Callum's asked about RSIs, how to stop pain in your arms, or your wrists, or your fingers, and sort of what things he can do to help alleviate his problem permanently. Now there's lots of things you can do in the short term. I like washing dishes. I don't actually like washing dishes, but the warm water helps if you ever get any wrist pains. So when I was getting severe wrist pains, that helped. Massage, sort of kicking it about here is where I maybe get most of my slight twangs, so just giving that a massage. The Powerball things help as well. However, they're all short-term solutions to a longer-term problem. So injury within the drum set or within drumming comes from 2 points in my opinion. It either comes from technique that isn't working for you, or the way that you're set up on the drum kit, your posture. I would say that if it's a hand issue versus like a back issue or a leg issue, then it's going to be your technique, versus where if you've got a back issue, maybe like the guys in the 80s used to sit really low. You ever watch those old Vinnie Colaiuta videos? He's sitting down like this and sort of crushing your spine. So that low seat can give you lots of pressure, especially your hips come up beyond where your waist is, I guess. So with the hand thing, I would say that if anyone's out there having some hand problems, pains, it's due to your technique, and your technique not doing what you need it to do. If you can play if you play like this or like this and end up with playing all the ideas that are in your head without getting any pain, fire on, do it. But if you find yourself with pain or not allowing the ideas to flow out, then you need to reevaluate your technique. So, to be honest, I've been through this as well. When I was in college, I had a really bad RSI in both wrists, had to stop playing, and it came back pretty much after I took a little hiatus from drumming within an hour, and I just sat down and worked on it. And I did it using these two tools. Firstly, I got a copy of Jojo Mayer's Secret Weapons for the Modern Drummer. It's a classic. It is 3 hours long, and it's all hand technique, and it's a bit of a dry DVD, but it is amazing at explaining every single thing from free stroke, molar technique, to all manner of advanced things. The way that he talks about setting up your body and using your natural rebound and all that sort of stuff really worked for me. And then I used those principles and sat with a copy of this book, this very copy, Stick Control for the Snare Drummer. 1935 I think this came out, and I did, it's basically just lots and lots of sticking text. You probably can't see that, but I did 6 exercises a day for 2 minutes, very slow. Like I'm talking 60 beats a minute for every single exercise, working on playing with proper technique, with a technique that allowed me to play with a flowing motion more than anything else. Now I just want to demonstrate a couple of common issues I find when students come to me from other teachers or when they've just been learning themselves. So the main issue I find is that students set themselves up with their sticks facing down onto the head with their thumbs on top of the finger, on top of the stick. Now that's great because that's called French grip. That's for timpani. And all your finger rolls, that's how your fingers work, as an upward clapping motion like that. Great if you want to play that high off the head for prolonged periods of time. On drums that doesn't really work. Now what I find often is people do this, but then do a twist of the arm. Now what that's going to do is that's going to limit you to using only your arm, and you've locked your wrist. So instantly the vibrations that are going to go from there are going to hit your wrist and your carpal tunnel. That's going to give you an RSI. So what I like to do is open out the body and having a kind of semi-German grip. They call it American, but it varies depending on how comfortable you are. Proper German grip to me seems a bit too open, so I just kind of bring it in a little bit, like that. And I'm using my wrist, because my wrist is a hinge joint and it goes up and down. So if you find yourself playing like this, try playing like that and using your wrist while maintaining a loose grip, and you'll find that that's how your wrist works and no vibration is hitting your wrist. Now if it's loose, you've obviously opened up yourself to quiet strokes. super loud strokes and really loud strokes. So that's a common issue I find, is when hands are in the wrong position and then therefore the body's using the wrong technique. One other thing I find is that the shoulders go up and the arms come out. Now it might not be as extreme as this, it might be something like this, but if you relax your shoulders, bring your arms in, and imagine that you're sitting in a chair, it's like a lazy boy kind of chair, and your arms are like almost like puppets, your hands just dropping like that. You put a stick in and you're there in a natural position. So these two things, sort of your shoulders down, your arms at your side, not out, and the way that you position might be causing you issues. Make as much effort as you can when you're practicing on the practice pad to have perfect technique. Sit with a mirror. I've got a mirror in my teaching studio, and whenever I'm practicing anything, so maybe about a third of my practice routine every day is spent on hands on a practice pad in front of the mirror, because this is the place for perfect technique. Then when you play drums, that technique can get slightly manipulated if your body needs it to and the music requires you to, but you've got this foundation, this safety net that you're going to rely on, which is a sort of solid technical founding. So best thing to do is, for your RSI, to come back to Callum's question, is rest. Think about doing some light massage, maybe think about getting a physio appointment. That helped me when I got it. Buy a copy of the JoJo DVD, buy a copy of Stick Control, and be aware of all the motions that you're going through when you're playing. Get a mirror, sit in front of it and look at what's happening. It could be that you're holding it too tight, it could be that you're playing the wrong position, it could be that your arms are up like this. All these factors can contribute to pain, and pain is not good on the drum set. Okay, I hope that helps, and I hope it helps other people out there. Take care.